Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making a Christmas memory.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make some really cute Christmas decor using mason jars. You are going to need some mason jars, so I'm just using these that I got at the Dollar Tree. You'll also need some white paint. I'm using this chalk paint from Walmart. You'll need some red paint, and this is also from Walmart, less than $1. You'll need some foam paintbrushes, or just any paintbrush in general, but these are pretty inexpensive. You'll need some twine. I'm going to be using this natural colored jute twine, and then you'll need some washi tape. And then for decoration, I'm going to be using these little mini ornaments that I found at Walmart. These are $1.98 for 6 in a pack, and they have all sorts of different kinds of little mini ornaments that you can use. So I found these little snowflakes that I'm going to be using for my jars, and also these cute little Christmas tags. The first thing that you want to do is paint all of your mason jars white on the outside. So I'm not using my lids for anything, so I'm just going to use one of my lids for my paint. You're going to do one good coat on the outside of your mason jars, let it dry for about 30 minutes, and then go over it with a second coat. I did not paint the bottom of the jar. I don't think that's necessary since you're not going to see it, but do turn it over and make sure that you get the paint really well around the rim and on the upper lip part. And when you're done, this is what your jars are going to look like. Okay, now the next step is to take your washi tape and you're going to wrap that around your jar in a diagonal fashion to sort of mimic the stripes of a candy cane. So you might need to put it on and take it off, reposition it a few times until you get it just right, but you want your spacing to be the same in between your stripes. So be very careful with it, but it's okay if you need to pull it back off, because that's the great thing about washi tape. It's not super sticky, so it's okay if you need to reposition it a few times. Once you've got your washi tape on your jar, you're going to take your red paint and paint everything that's showing white. So I'm using this red paint from Walmart. This is the Apple Barrel brand in the color Candy Apple, and this was less than $1 a tube. But make sure that you get all of the white painted red, and it's okay if you paint over the washi tape. You're just going to pull that off anyways. And again, I would recommend doing one light coat, letting that dry, and then go back over it with a second coat. Once your red paint is dry, you're going to carefully peel off your washi tape to reveal your beautiful red and white candy cane stripes. So you might notice that some of your paint lines aren't perfect. Some of the red might have bled through over onto the white. That's okay, just take a little foam brush and go back over your white stripes to do a little touch up. Okay, now this step is optional, but I am taking this fine grit sandpaper and I'm just going to sand down the front of the jar just so you can kind of bring out that lettering on the front of it and give it more of a rustic look. Alright, now I'm going to give my little jar a little bit of decoration. So I'm going to use this natural jute twine and this little mini snowflake ornament, and I'm going to wrap it around the top of my candy cane jar. So that's it for this first jar. I thought this one turned out so cute, and I'm going to use this on my hot cocoa bar, so I thought I would put my little red and white striped straws inside the jar. Okay, moving on to our second jar, I'm just going to be using some natural jute twine for this one, and I'm going to use one of the other mini ornaments that I found at Walmart. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one that I did to the first and take this sandpaper and lightly sand down the front just to give it a little bit of a farmhouse look and bring that lettering out. This one's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to take some jute twine and I'm going to use one of my little tags and tie it around the jar just like I did the last time. So for this jar I'm going to be using this little sign that says Farm Fresh Trees $5. And the last thing I'm going to do with this jar is add this little Christmas floral pick from Walmart, and this was 98 cents. And this is how my second jar turned out. I think this one is probably my favorite one. So for my third jar, I'm going to need some buttons, and I've got a little collection of buttons here because I love sweaters. I buy cardigans all the time, and every time you buy a sweater they give you an extra button, so I just throw them in the drawer. So I'm just going to try to find a couple that are similar. I'm also going to be using some ribbon and my hot glue gun. So once again, I'm taking my sandpaper and lightly sanding the jar, but I'm actually going to turn around the lettering because I really like it and I don't want to put the buttons over the lettering. So I'm going to put that on the back side, so you could definitely skip this step. So I found 3 buttons that are pretty similar. One's a little bit bigger than the other two, but that's okay. And then I'm just using my ribbon here to create sort of like a little scarf because I'm making this little jar into a snowman. Now I'm using ribbon that I had on hand already, but I would suggest maybe using something that looks a little more like an actual scarf, like maybe something plaid if you had something on hand, but I'm just using this little bric rack ribbon. So I'm just hot gluing my ribbon on, and you can see here what I mean when I say this doesn't really look like a scarf, but maybe something plaid would have looked better, but it's okay. It's just a little DIY project. And then I'm going to use my 3 buttons. I'm just going to glue those onto the front of my jar. So this is how my little snowman jar turned out. I think it's pretty cute, but if I could go back in time, I would definitely do some plaid ribbon to make that scarf look a little bit better. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below which jar is your favorite. Like I said, I think I like the white one with the little green pick in it. That one's just very simple but beautiful. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And I will see you guys in the next video.